Imagine a world where every single sunrise is a victory, a hard-won battle against an unspeakable evil. A world where the sun itself is not guaranteed to return. This was the reality for the ancient Egyptians, who lived in fear of a creature so powerful, so malevolent, that its only goal was to swallow the light and plunge the universe into eternal chaos. This is the story of Apophis, the serpent of chaos. In the grand tapestry of Egyptian mythology, few figures are as terrifying as Apophis, also known as Apep. He wasn't just a monster. He was the embodiment of Isfet, the Egyptian concept for chaos, injustice, and disorder. While other gods had complex backstories, families, and roles within the divine order, Apophis had none. He was believed to have existed before creation itself, a remnant of the primordial chaos from which everything emerged. He was the ultimate outsider, the eternal enemy of Mythology, the fundamental principle of truth, balance, and cosmic order. Every day the sun god Ra would sail his magnificent solar bark, the Man-Jet, across the celestial ocean, bringing light, life, and warmth to the world of mortals. It was a journey of immense importance, a daily miracle. But as the sun set and Ra descended into the Duat, the perilous underworld, his journey was far from over. This is where Apophis lurked. Each night, as Ra's boat sailed through the 12 hours of darkness, Apophis would rise from the murky depths of the underworld to attack. Described as a colossal serpent, stretching miles long, his roar was said to cause earthquakes, and his mere presence could stir violent storms. His scales were as hard as flint, and his gaze was hypnotic, capable of mesmerizing his victims before he struck. His ultimate goal was simple and terrifying: to devour Ra and his solar bark, thereby stopping the sun's journey and ending all of creation. If Apophis succeeded, the world would revert to the dark, lifeless void from which it came. But Ra did not travel alone. He was protected by a host of powerful gods who sailed with him, forming the front line of defense against chaos. Gods like Set, who, despite his own chaotic tendencies, stood at the prow of the boat, spearing Apophis with his mighty lance. Other deities like Bastet, in her fierce lioness form, and Serpent, the scorpion goddess, used their divine powers to slash, blind, and repel the great serpent. Their nightly battle was a ferocious, epic struggle. Spells were cast, divine weapons clashed against impenetrable scales, and the fate of the universe hung in the balance every single night. The Egyptians believed this cosmic battle had real-world consequences. An eclipse was thought to be a moment when Apophis was temporarily succeeding in swallowing Ra. Earthquakes, floods, and violent storms were seen as manifestations of the serpent's rage, shaking the foundations of the world. To aid the gods, priests on earth would perform complex rituals and ceremonies. They would create effigies of Apophis, then ceremonially stab, burn, and dismember them, believing their actions in the mortal realm would magically weaken the real serpent in the underworld. They would chant spells from texts like the Book of Overthrowing Apep, lending their spiritual strength to Ra's cause. It was a collective effort, a war fought on both divine and mortal planes. The most fascinating aspect of Apophis is that he could never be truly defeated. No matter how many times he was repelled, wounded, or seemingly destroyed, he would always reform in the darkness, ready to attack again the following night. This tells us something profound about the ancient Egyptian worldview. They understood that chaos is not a force that can be permanently vanquished. It's a fundamental, ever-present part of existence. Order and chaos, light and dark, creation and destruction, they are in a perpetual, cyclical struggle. The story of Ra's nightly battle against Apophis is more than just a myth. It's a powerful metaphor for the human condition. It's the daily fight to maintain order in our own lives against the forces of chaos, the struggle to bring light into our own personal darkness, and the constant effort required to uphold balance in an unpredictable world. The sun always rises, not by chance, but through vigilance and struggle. The Egyptians knew that every dawn was a triumph, a testament to the enduring power of order over chaos, and a promise that for one more day the light had won. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the heart of Egyptian mythology. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the myths and legends that shaped our world. Let me know in the comments which mythological creature you'd like to see next. Until then, stay curious.